All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. Switch 61. Matchbox right.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 guys. 2 draw quarters. Hey, Delta.
Second and 9 now. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Set. 10-2 saw. 58 right there. Hey, exit. And 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, keep the twist on, Travis. Check. Fresh down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Alert flash 6-6, bullet high. Snap.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Topper. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Sanders nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The toss out to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Saquon Barkley. Oh, a nice spin. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Deuce. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch out. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check 26.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilkins. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
132 fighter. Check. Get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Let's go.
Now Wilkins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Ready?
On 4th down, Wilkins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, wahoo! Fire!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Check 24. Check 24. Hey, I 7. Hit it.
2nd and 11. This is Jennings. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
X3, 218, chop. 2.
This is Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Alpha.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight end to the right, one tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Go.
Barkley, toss play left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw. Sanders. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Watch quick. Watch
hard.
Sanders now throwing on 4th down. Jennings was the one he was looking for. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go now. 18, Gator. Bravo.
Get that ball. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
5.
Looking to throw, Wilkins. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Break.
58, it's Mike. All day,
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, every day. Any small. 53, check 53. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Mike,
Back to throw. Sanders looking deep for Jennings. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
53, record.
Here's Sanders. Going to throw again. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 20. I got you,
Looking to throw. Sanders into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If they just...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Right there. Come on.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right here, right here.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. A big play there from McCaffrey. 44 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilkins. Got a man open. It's Ross. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wilkins looks to pass on 2nd down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Delta.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw. Sanders finds his tight end Ingram. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
It's Barkley on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready?
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You don't know no better. Hey, echo.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Here we go,
Go.
2nd and 13. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Double time. 4 down, 4 down. Back.
61, matchbox lights.
Under crunch. And 96 is coming.
Deep grip.
2nd and 10 now for Wilkins. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. .31 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, orbit. Five.
Here's Wilkins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Redskins 28, Giants nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 58, right there. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders able to find Shaheen here. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Sanders. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Redskins 35, Giants nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Squeeze, double. Greystone, travel.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Defensively, the tackling's been really good.
Very, very hard for them to move the ball because benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the plays, harder to move it.
They're already slim hopes are going to rise this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Rush in. Get it.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
7.
For Mike. 58 for Mike.
I got him. Let's go.
Now Sanders to throw again. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Time to go. Night. 58.
Ready.
58 is the mic.
Back to throw. Sanders. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down stick, and they rallied and made the tackle.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Topper!
Sanders throwing on 4th down. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Foxtrot!
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Army. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
2nd and 5. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 19.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Looking to throw. Sanders. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Set, ready?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
65.
80 weapon.
Check 49.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
132 fighter.
Back to throw. Sanders to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw is Sanders. Throwing on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Ready.
Here's McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL